All right, so this is old school Orca mining, and you know, having the core on gets you twice the harvest volume out of drone, but I really do think that the best in this is really to have other characters here that are mining as well, you know. And so wonder if start up this other character here if she has a mining ship, an ice mining ship. I have one that might have one out here. I'm gonna fire up another count and see. Do I want it to be over here? So let's see what she's got. He's got nothing. All right. Let's look in the corporate hangars here. Yeah, we don't really have much in the way of ships here. I don't think I have anything in the other hangars here. I might have to build some more ships again. I think that looks like the last thing I did was look up a skiff for her. So, nice gift cheap. Look at how much the CPU is off. It's off by quite a bit, 15%. So there's obviously been some changes since. Interesting. So, and this gets 12.6. It's on its own. What's going on with this? CPU overloaded. Yes, CPU is overloaded. But there's two of them at 12.6. I have to figure out what the magic combo is. And then with boosts, it would get probably significantly more. It's 313 million. I think the fit's probably changed a bit since last time I was mining. Welcome Dragon's gonna gank Dan later. So, you know, this is interesting. Part of the reason to run a skiff is because, you know, it can withstand a lot more. I don't know if maybe a couple of shields there in place or something like that. Both of these are pretty much similar fits. And except for this only has one harvester. I don't think she owns any ships. Does she own any in Pochven? I wonder. Nope. Doesn't have any. So, and what is her mastery on a skiff? Mastery 1. 7 months of training to hit Mastery 5. Oh, man. Really? Well, that's why it doesn't have very good... Doesn't have a bunch of shield stuff. And then resource harvesting. Got all of that. She doesn't have this character is not really a you know, a highly skilled character. Doesn't even have good energy upgrades. I wonder if I've never really flown a skiff mined with this character before, but it kind of makes sense that I have, because you know, resource processing is part of your, you know, how you're mining ore, at least. And
welcome to the Dragons.
Sajokerus just followed.
I don't know. Sad Jokerus, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Oh, I feel about this. It's like maybe I had different character. It's been a long time since I've done this stuff. So maybe I had her as an Orca pilot. That's probably what I primarily had her as an Orca pilot. 7 months. Train all the way up, though. And that feels a little bit brutal. This character is primarily manufacturing character. You can see here I've got, you know, a bunch more training here. Skiff is one of your favorite? Yeah, so Skiff has tank. It, you know, it gets a little less volume, but it has the tank. And so it makes you so you're not the first target when gankers come in. They want to take the easier targets. And Skiffs are, you know, they're little tanks. I almost feel like I should be training, you know, all of this other resource processing stuff. I don't know. This character here is also a manufacturer and also resource processing. But maybe it's the same amount here, you know? There's a lot of stuff here I don't have. And I'm finishing the Upwell freighter stuff, and then it uses missiles, and so I'm actually training some missile stuff too. Because this is my freighter guy, and well, it just makes sense that if I'm doing it in high sec. I don't know how much time left it would be on this. You know, so it's another 9 million skill points of training. I do like that they added this where you can see the little hover there. It added, showing you how many skill points you have in it and how many is total. Yeah, 7 months for a skiff from 1 to 5. Part of that skiff stuff though is that it wants you to be mastery 5 on all of the combat drones, the light combat drones, which are not necessary. You only need good skills in one of them. Got enough Plex to inject all these? No, that's not true. I spent all of my Plex. So, in fact, I need more. But I'm going to have to earn the ISK to buy the Plex to get more. So, a little too ambitious on this big project I've been working on, and I'm going to have to put more into it to get more out of it. Look at this. This is the crazy part. My net worth was almost $1 billion or $1 trillion, and now I'm down to 360 million or billion, which I know you're all going like, oh my God, I'd love to have 360 billion. I'm sure. But yeah, my Plex value now is 17 billion, where it used to be like 500 or 600 billion. So did I buy a Titan? No. So I think I have something shooting at me. I do. Well, I'll wait for that, for the drone to come back and bring me my ice. There it goes. And then we'll send out some hobgoblins to do their thing. What's my liquid? Shit. You don't even want to know right now. I mean, I'm sure you do. That's why you asked. How much ISK do I have liquid? Oh, look at that. I have 129 million. Yeah. I'm like just razor thin on everything right now. Oh, more rats just appeared. All right. All right, hobgoblins, do your thing. Yeah, I spent darn near all of my Plex. What did I have? I had 100,000 Plex or some shit like that. Yeah, I got like 3,000 something left. Don't worry. I mean, when I get this large ass project completed, it's gonna be good money. So I'm gonna do well off of it. The investment is huge. Do I make much off the Eve codes sell on the website? Well, I make a living. So what makes it possible to do these shows. So 3.4 million so far. That's really not very much. I've used a little less than 400,000 in fuel. It's not worth it. Okay, let's we'll let the drone pull back one more piece, and then we're looking for greener pastures. They did make changes to ice, didn't they, to remain not worth quite as much? Brackus, I appreciate your business. Did it come back? No. It's still out there. Or did it go and get another one? All right, let's pull it in. I mean, I feel like I might make more just mining regular ore. I mean, if I get one of these a minute and they're worth 160,000 each.
Drive active.
Did it just happen to be straight in front of me where I'm going? All right. One of the things that I need to do is I need to upgrade my video card so that I can run more Eve clients. I'd like to be running 7 or 8 at a time. But it's just too much strain on my current video card to really do that. And well, I have this kind of requirement that, especially if I'm doing it on the show, it has to look good. I'm not going to lower the graphics and make flying Legos for the sake of mining a whole bunch. The current video card I have is a 3060 Ti, and I'm going to move to a 4070 Ti Super. And the reason to do the Ti Super is because it has it has 16 gigs of RAM instead of 8. It is all. It is also the sweet spot right now. The 4070 Ti Super. Oh, you got a nice laptop. Yeah, so you got a 4070 in it. Yeah. My big beefy laptop has a 2080 Super in it. When I bought it, I mean, it was like $3,000. It was over $3,000 for the laptop. And it has like an i9. It was the fastest processor at the time, and 64 gigs of RAM and a couple terabytes NVMe and everything. And a 2080 Super, which was I could have spent more. I could have spent $1,000 more to go up to like a 2090 or something like that. And I'm like, nah, don't need to do that. So anyway, that's what I'm kind of thinking of. And every time I put the money together for it, something else comes up that needs to be fixed. Like right now we have a broken window in the house. I'm gonna have to pay somebody to do that, and I can't do it myself. It's second floor. It's gonna have to be a really tall ladder stuff. So I need to hire somebody to do it. What CPU do I recommend for new build? Well, I recommend I recommend an Intel CPU. So that's really kind of what I recommend. And then it just depends. I mean, you don't need a huge number of cores if you're gaming. Anything over 8 cores is kind of too much for gaming. Am I in Texas? No. Storm broke it. I don't know. It was already cracked a little bit, and then it just cracked the rest of the way. And I don't know if it happened during one of our storms, summer storms here or not. But it's cracked, and now it's flaps in the wind. I had to tape the window all up. Yeah, and I definitely recommend Intel, and you don't need over 8 cores. 6 core is probably a sweet spot. My Stream Machine has what does it have? How many cores does it have? It's a Threadripper. It's 32 cores. And what I found is that even with the Stream Machine being more like a server type thing, is that it just doesn't have software doesn't have the ability to use over about 8 cores for the most part. And because it won't use over 8 cores, what does that extra cores mean to you? Really? I mean, how many applications are you running at once? You're running a game, maybe you're running, capture, whatnot, stuff. And the lower number of cores will allow you a higher speed of processing for each core. So in my next game machine will probably be like 6 cores, and it'll be Intel. So I won't go over 8. There's no point in it. And I probably wouldn't do below 4. It's getting aligned here. I need to get as stopped as I can before turning on the core. Otherwise, you slide forever and ever and ever. It already takes a long time to get stopped. But whenever you turn on the core, then it takes even longer to get stopped. And you just kind of skid right out of there. And it'll hold you in place once it gets stopped when you turn the core on. Why not some AMD CPUs?
The asteroid is depleted.
I won't use AMD anymore. It just you know, it's just little things about it. Intel is always what people build for first. It's always more consistent, and you know, like the equivalent math power in the AMD CPU that I got, that's 32 core, and the and what was equivalent at the time, lower number of cores, but Intel, that the math execution on it was, on the Intel, was so much better. And I actually didn't pay much attention to that part. I was paying attention to like how many cores, what frequency is it running at. Well, I didn't pay attention to, you know, what kind of instructions were being run and all of that stuff. And what I come to find out is that the AMD stuff at that time had just basic computational power on that, and so it caused me a lot of problems that I didn't know about. You know, was it a bad choice? No, but it could have been a much better choice. And so, you know, so this is not, you know, going that much faster here. These should be double now. Yeah, they were 2.9 and now they're 5.1 cubic meters per second. Still not super efficient. I'm gonna have to figure that out. So I used to have this guy for command ship. I had 5 miners that could both mine ore and ice, and moon goo. And then I had 1 freighter pilot. But now that we can do compression, we may not need the freighter pilot. Yeah, you know, AMD will have stuff that they tout and stuff, and AMD's not bad. But the fact of the matter is that over the very long term, Intel has always been more stable. And, you know, for some of the games I was running, I've had to have special patches because I was running this AMD CPU. And so it wasn't working right at the beginning and stuff, whereas Intel always worked. So I was hoping to see Glory here mining this stuff, but I don't think I'm going to. I think it's going to be very unglory. If unglory is a thing. Yeah, and stability. Stability is so important. I mean, shit. It doesn't matter if you have the fastest speed if it won't drive straight. You can't take corners, equating it to like a car. I'm still using this AMD processor for the Stream Machine, but I did get a message on it saying that Windows support is ending in October of next year. So I think I'm going to have to replace that. Who do I like for motherboards? I go with Gigabyte motherboards a lot. But I've done Gigabyte, Asus. The other one that starts with an S. Can't remember the name of it. It's been a while since I've done one of those. I tend to go a little bit higher end that supports like a little bit more throughput on the board and stuff since I've got multiple capture cards and everything. Like my AMD motherboard has 3 network connections that are built into it. It can do Wi-Fi too, but it has 3 hardwired network connections. And
nice. Dragons love gold, treasure, and of course, dollar bills.
Showsinder just cheered 500 bits.
Supermicro, yes. And Shosundar, yes. 500 bits. How about 5,000 gold to everybody here in Shosundar's honor. And let me fire off another epic image of Shosundar by Dolly. And see what kind of goodness we can come up with here. There's another one. I like that. Yeah. That's another one. That's another good one. That one might be the best one of you we've done yet. There, Shosundar. I'll put that up into Twitch or into Discord chat. So, yeah, thank you for those bits. Is that AI? Yeah, Dolly. It's an OpenAI's image thing. Dolly as in Salvador Dali. So I can't say that this is going as stupendous as I would like it to be. Because it's not. I think the wormhole gas mining is probably what pays the best as far as what the value of the stuff is. I wonder how much ore is in this. Low set gas huffing. Yeah, I could check out some low sec stuff too. The low sec gas, you have to scan that down though, don't you?
The asteroid is depleted. The asteroid is depleted. The asteroid is depleted.
You wanted me to know that the asteroid is depleted, right? Do I play with capital ships anymore? Oh, sure. I have some stuff in Null. I just haven't played in Null in a few weeks. I've been doing a lot more in HiSec. I kind of float around back and forth, you know, to where I'll spend several months in Null and then I'll spend several months in HiSec and so on. So combat in the high density gas spots keeps me from burning out. Yeah, I mean, I float around and do different things. So I think in a couple of weeks, I'm going to show y'all something new that is really going to, you know, make any of you who are space truckers feel inferior. I've got a space trucking scheme I'm working on that's going to be the bomb. It really is. It's going to be the bomb. And I just got to get it all worked out. I need to yeah. So, and I'll be showing that. And then I want to get another, you know, mining fleet up and running. So that I can do mining, especially when we see those, you know, those special spawns out here, which I've been getting a few of. And, you know, so there is a lot of stuff that there's so many different things to do. And like right now, I still have those boosters, the glam boosters for my standings, which for all the business I do in HiSec, you know, and stuff, that every little bit saves me. But I got a little bit burnt out on doing the missions. I enjoy doing it, but I don't want to, you know, wreck it for myself. Hey man, did I say thank you for the follow? If not, thank you. So I think that it's just really not a whole lot of money in this. Yeah, okay, we're taking off. Going to head back to my main station out here. Gotta wait for this core to turn off though. I should have waited just a little bit to pull in my drones. I'd have gotten a little bit more. We did find a wormhole out here, but just goes to another wormhole. I mean, it could be a J0 or something like that. Fantastic like that. Maybe I should check it out. I love going in and working J0s. We found a J0 last week. Right. Oh, it's turned off. All right.
Warp drive active.
I'm not going to go through in this ship and see what's in there, though. I think mining anomalies are going away in November. Well, you know, if changes don't happen in the game, it'll get stale. So just adjust with the changes. That's what I do. I've had some things that I built up my little empire for, and then changes happen and my empire wasn't quite as grand. It's like for Orca mining, I used to have like 9 Orca miners. Actually, I still have them all. But do I need 9 Orcas these days? Nah. This is not pulling in enough to make it feel worth it. So, change the step a little bit. Make them skiff pilots. And start doing it that way.
Warp drive active.
All right, so why are they scanning me? Is that guy scanning me?
Warp drive active.
Log in my other character and see what's on the other side of that gate. I have another character in there. See if there's a gank set up in there.
Connecting.
There's nothing in there. There's nobody in local over there. I don't know why that guy was scanning me like that. Maybe he's hoping I was about to go mining and they were going to get me. Could be a graphics bug too. I'm going to opt for saying it's not. His corp name was Urect as well. Tiziano, hello. Yeah, well, there's nobody, no gank fleets over here, so I don't know why he was scanning me. But, you know, I'm always suspect. This is Eve. I mean, you know. You see my mining fit? Okay. It's nothing, I don't feel like it's anything too special.
Warp drive active.
I mean, I don't think it's rather newsworthy. It's still a drone setup. And it probably needs to be reworked. It's just, I think these were expensive. Well, they're not that expensive. Gunter. Oh. Actually feel more terrified in high sec than you do in null sec. Well, yeah, you know, you don't have the in high sec you don't have the, you know, everybody is suspect, whereas in null sec you know everybody around, and when there is somebody who's suspect around, everybody knows it, as opposed to here where you never know what someone's intentions are. So it's okay. One rule: don't trust no one. Yeah, not even your alts. You know what Eve stands for, right? EVE, everyone versus everyone.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
If you didn't know that, you now know why everybody is so aggressive towards you. How much fuel did I use? Used about 5K of fuel. 500,000 worth. Yeah, we picked up, you know, 6 million worth of ore and ice. Not really that good of a haul. Not at all. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, see you in the next episode.